Hello and welcome all you softball fans for another installment of YSN Live Softball. It is a matchup so nice, we're doing it twice. The Howland Tigers taking on the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Second day in a row, little bit different circumstances. Howland acting as the home team despite the venue being here at Austintown. Austintown going to be the away team. Was supposed to be a home and away series. Of course, field conditions yesterday prevented the Tigers from playing their home games, so get comped the home game in this one. We got a great pitching matchup in the circle today with a pair of sensational sophomores going at it as Brooke Tater, the starter for the Howland Tigers, pitched 4 innings of really good softball in yesterday's contest, took the tough luck loss, and Sydney Watts, who struck out 19 in her 7 innings of work yesterday in the victory. So Watts versus Tater, and this should be a fun matchup between these two. Lineup today for the Falcons. Ayla Ray will be batting first. Caitlin Mitchell bats second. Sydney Watts third. McKenna Hogan cleanup. Sam Severn bats fifth as the designated player. Kylie Folkwine sixth. Abby Toth seventh. Tina Montgomery batting eighth. And Maddie Butis rounds things out batting ninth. Defensively, around the infield for Brooke Tater, over at first is Chloe Lopez. Manning up the middle, second is Jade Fizette. Over at short, Alyssa Masucci. Third base is Lexi Spangler. Good to see her back out on the field. Then around the outfield, Sydney Van Ness is in left field. Center fielder Zoe King. Callie Vardavis is in right, and behind the plate is Kayla Campbell. Moments away from our opening pitch in this contest. Fitch 1-0, Howland 0-1 to start the season. In this Falcons run of 3 consecutive AAC crowns, they have defeated the Tigers in all 6 matchups, now riding 7 consecutive wins. Tigers looking to turn that around as they gave Fitch a run for their money on opening day. Both these teams, no doubt, hoping for the bats to be a little bit warmer. That is, of course, you are the ones in the circle.
Now let's get underway. Leading off this afternoon for the Fitch Lady Falcons is junior shortstop number 12, left-hand swinging Ayla Ray.
Fitch also winners on the baseball side of things with an incredible comeback that was on the network against the Howland Tigers. 10 runs in the 7th inning to get the win. Quite an impressive day for the Falcons on both the baseball and softball side of things, getting 1-run victories in vastly different ways. Little bit of a delay to start. Going to be a conversation here, I believe. No, getting the pitches, rather, on the wrist. You need to make sure you have that to communicate with the dugout. As we get ready to start, corners are pinched inside of the baseless for Ayla Ray. And the infield up the middle, giving her a couple steps. First pitch, ball outside to Ayla Ray. As game 2 underway here from Austintown Fitch. 1-0 the count on Ayla Ray, 2 for 3 in yesterday's contest. And she takes a 1-0 strike. Now count evens. Brooke Tater entering in the game in the 3rd inning yesterday. Went 4 innings of relief. Pitched really well against the Falcon lineup. Going through it twice effectively. That one a ball outside. The only run coming on a Sydney Watts walk that turned into Morgan Roby as a pinch runner. Eventually some errors got her to 3rd, and McKenna Hogan bringing in the RBI single, as that one is hit up in the air, and it goes across the foul line fence, and it's out of play. Count evens once again. Tater gets the call, the 2-2. That one is lined right back up the middle, and Ayla Ray keeps on keeping on. Batting average leader from a year ago. That's why you put her at the top of the lineup. She leads off with a no-out single, leadoff single, with 2 strikes and a base runner for Fitch to start things out.
Position for the Lady Falcons is senior number 4, Caitlin Mitchell.
Caitlin Mitchell moving up in the lineup, lays down the bunt. Ayla Ray effectively going to get to second, trying to beat it out, and Mitchell does beat it out. Ray goes all the way to third with some heads-up base running, and the Falcons jumping on the Tigers quickly offensively. Nice bunt getting it down that time by Caitlin Mitchell. Heads-up base running by Ayla Ray. Runners at the corners, nobody out for the big power bat of the lineup. This is a matchup you're excited to see. Both sophomore pitchers are the 3-hole hitter in this matchup, and in both instances, these are pitchers that can rake. Both of them double-digit home runs a year ago. And that first pitch taken, it's a strike. 0-1 to start. Ayla Ray at third, Caitlin Mitchell at first. Falcons getting the first 2 on with a pair of singles. Pitch is outside for a ball. Caitlin Mitchell takes off for second, and she gets in there without a throw. Now 2 in scoring position. The count even for Watts, looking to bring home some RBIs for Fitch. And Watts lines it into left and dropping just in front of the left fielder. It's going to drop in and get a couple home, and Watts slides in safely. It's a double. Nobody out to score as that one drops in front of Sydney Van Essen left. And the Falcons now take a 2-0 lead, already scoring twice as many runs as we saw in all of yesterday's contest. Double by Sydney Watts. They're going to get a pinch runner for her.
Courtesy pinch runner for Sydney Watts at second.
It's Hines.
Samantha Hines, 57. At the plate now and batting fourth and cleanup for the Lady Falcons, senior catcher
as McKenna Hogan.
Hogan
Had the lone RBI in yesterday's contest, has a chance to bring home a second one in as many days. Goes cutting at the first one. It's a swinging strike, 0-1. Samantha Hines sporting the number 57, and you gotta love that connection there too. 0-1 the count. Ready is Hogan, the pitch. Taken for a called strike, and quickly ahead of the count. Brooke Tater is 0-2. Tater looking for the first out here in the top half of the first. Dealing, and McKenna Hogan, nice job of going the opposite way. She's going to get it into the gap. McKenna Hogan chugging for second. She's going to get in there for a double, RBI double for McKenna Hogan, and she has 2 RBIs now on the season. Did a really nice job, did Hogan, of following the pitch where it went. Good piece of 2-strike hitting that time. And they're going to get the pinch runner in for her. As I believe Morgan Roby. As now Sammy Severn. She takes a first pitch strike. Fitch, wasting no time offensively, knew the importance of getting some runs on the board. They get a 3 spot here in the first so far, still nobody out. Pitch a little bit up high, ball 1-1 the count. The 1-1 offering. Severn, multiple sport athlete. You also can catch her on the hardwood. You probably did see her too during the basketball season. Served some good varsity minutes in that one as well. A lot of multiple sport athletes that you see on this Austintown team. Count evens now once again as Severn looking to keep the rally going as Fitch had the first 4 aboard. Severn hits it up the middle, looking for 1, throwing her out at first, but advancing Roby to third. And a chance for another run to come home as Roby 60 feet away. And this is going to bring up Kylie Folkwine. Got her first hit at the varsity level yesterday. Now she has a chance for her first RBI. Folkwine, another one of these prospects players that the Falcons are really excited for. 3-sport athlete as well, volleyball, basketball, and softball. Stays involved in all those throughout the regular season as well, with AAU tournaments and travel teams. Not a time this kid doesn't seem like she's playing sports. 0-1 the count to Folkwine, and she rockets that one to center. It is bounced up on the wall. Going all the way to third is Folkwine without a throw. It came a few feet from leaving the yard, but Kylie Folkwine hits a rocket of a triple to center field, replaces Roby at third. Another run comes home. 1 down in the top of the first, and Fitch already up 4-0. What a hit by Kylie Folkwine. And you talk about a hitter they're excited to add to this lineup, especially the middle of the lineup.
Batting seventh for the Lady Falcons is freshman first baseman, number 10, Abby Tote.
When you're missing the services of girls like Sammy A., Maddie Taylor, you need to find serviceable bats that can replace that kind of production. Folkwine already a little bit of a bright spot early in the season. Back-to-back games with a hit. She gets her first RBI of her varsity career. The 1-0. That one skips into the dirt. Folkwine's coming home. No throw. Heads up base running by the freshman, and another run scores for Fitch. It's 5-0. And Abby Toth, base is empty with a good count, 2-0. And that one misses outside, 3-0 the count now as Toth works herself into a favorable count in the circle on deck. Tina Montgomery for Fitch. That one's low, a 4-pitch walk. And Abby Toth now stands at first. Tina Montgomery up to bat. Fitch doing a good job jumping on those pitches that are close, laying off the ones that aren't. Falcons executing a really good game plan in the top half of the first offensively to this point. Howland looking to get out of this, get their offense back on the field. We knew offense was going to be a little bit upticked after seeing the same pitchers yesterday. A little bit better conditions, a little bit warmer, sunnier day as well. You knew hitting the bats, you feel, would come around a little bit more than they did yesterday. Have yet to see what that Tiger lineup can do offensively as well. 1-1 the count now on Tina Montgomery. Over at first, Abby Toth. Swing and a miss, went up the ladder and went chasing, did Montgomery. Getting the look over from Coach Wade. Deals the 2-strike offering. Tries to get it through the hole. Bounces off of Masucci's glove for a base hit. Tough play to try to make Masucci laid out for it. Had it hit some leather, but it hit off of the leather and into shallow left field. That's going to be ruled a base hit. And congratulations to Tina Montgomery on getting her base hit. First of the season for Montgomery. Runners at first and second. 1 out, and taking a first pitch strike is Maddie Butis. Ayla Ray has entered the on-deck circle. Chance to bat for the second time this inning. Maddie Butis with one strike on her. One out in the inning. The pitch. Lays down the bunt. Looks to advance some runners for Ray. Looking to make the throw. Mishandled at first. Scoring. That time was Toth. Going to third as Montgomery heads up base running by Butis. Sends her to second. Couple of misplays in the infield. Forces another run home. Two more in scoring position. And the Falcons continue to cook offensively. Back to the top of the order. And a very dangerous bat in Ayla Ray. Already 3 hits on the season. One of which an extra base hit in yesterday's contest, a double. Tigers opting to talk in the circle, see if any changes set to be made. As you still do have Lexi Spangler as a viable second option too, and it just happens sometimes where you don't have everything you want in a day. But they're going to keep Brooke Tater on, showing confidence in the sophomore as Mash Tater looks to get out of it. This is a Tiger team, too. Do not discount their offense. They are more than capable of putting runs up, too, if you're not careful. Falcons know that. That's why they need to keep getting as many runs as they can, forcing as many runs as they can offensively. Ayla Ray for the second time this inning up to bat. First at bat had a single. One and one the count now. Tried to get the bottom third of the zone, left it a little low. It's a ball. Back ahead in the count is Ray. Still only one out in the inning. Falcons with a 6 spot here in the top half of the first. The 2-1. High and tight. Hitters count now for Ayla Ray. The 3-1. Left it up high, and the walk will load the bases now for Caitlin Mitchell, as Ayla Ray has reached for her second time today.
Second baseman number 4,
Caitlin Mitchell now with the bags juiced. 1 out, 6-0 Fitch here in the top half of inning number 1. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a called strike. 0-1. Tater reclaims her spot inside the circle. Is locked in the 0-1. That one swinging. It goes foul down the third baseline. Count now 0-2. Sydney Watts has moved to the on-deck circle. Definitely want to try to see if you can get a 2-for-1 here and avoid seeing Watts with any runners on. That one gets into the air. It's into left, trying to flag it down. Able to do so is Vardavis for the out. That's 2 down, but the score on the sac fly brings home the RBI for Caitlin Mitchell. Score now 7-0 Fitch. Runners at second and third for Sydney Watts. As with 2 down, 7-0 Falcons. Sydney Watts up to bat with runners at second and third. Takes all the way. It's a called strike, 0-1. Fitch with a massive inning of offense to start things off, giving him a comfortable 7-0 lead, giving the one in the batter's box, Sydney Watts, a comfortable 7-0 lead to start in the circle. And you need as many as you can with an Howland offense that does possess some power too. And if they can get some batters on ahead of these power bats, especially towards the middle of the order, they can make big impacts with one swing of the bat. Pitch down low, it's a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 offering. That one low as well, 3-1. And with this, question is, do you want to give Watts anything with first open and 2 down? McKenna Hogan awaits in the on-deck circle. The RBIs today and yesterday, and that one's lined in. That's into the gap. That's going to score 2 more. Watts digging for a double. It's another one. Extra base hit for Sydney Watts on the day. 2 more RBIs coming home for Fitch. The lead now up to 9 for the Falcons.
Now the catcher, number 34, McKenna Hogan.
McKenna Hogan takes a first pitch ball. It's 1-0. Hogan's second at bat here in the inning. Went the other way for a double and an RBI in her first plate appearance. Samantha Hines back in for Sydney Watts, too, on the update, running at second base. The 2-0. That one a bit low as well, as Hogan ahead in the count, 3-0, and can really look for her pitch in this case. Taking all the way, it's a called strike. Count now moves to 3-1 for Tater. Hitters count for McKenna Hogan. She takes it, goes outside for ball 4. The walk keeps runners at first and second. Now brings up Sam Severn. Morgan Roby into pinch run for Hogan. So Roby's at first. Samantha Hines over at second. And Sam Severn up to bat. Inside, ball 1. Kicks firing, the 1-0. Finds the zone for a strike, 1-1. Kylie Folkwine awaits in the on-deck circle should Sam Severn reach. Taking all the way on that exchange, that's also a called strike. Back-to-back now fired in from Tater. The 1-2, that one chopped up the middle. Masucci gloves Fields, throws her out from short, and that is out number 3 as the Falcons put up a monstrous 9 runs to start the game here in the top of the first. Tigers going to look for a response offensively right after this on ysnlive.com.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens. On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
And on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the first inning, getting ready to get underway. We'll take a look at the Howland Tigers batting order. Alyssa Masucci going to be batting first. Zoe King bats second. Brooke Tater batting third. Lexi Spangler bats cleanup. Kayla Campbell batting fifth. Sydney Van Ness bats sixth. Batting seventh is Chloe Lopez. Eighth is Callie Vardavis. And batting ninth is Jade Fizette. Pitching in the circle today for Fitch is Sydney Watts around her defensively. First around the infield, Abby Toth is at first. Ayla Ray at short. Second baseman is Caitlin Mitchell. Over at third, Tina Montgomery. Then in the outfield, left fielder is going to be the flex player, Rachel Spalding. Right fielder, Maddie Butis. Center fielder, Kylie Folkwine. And behind the plate is McKenna Hogan.
Now leading off in the home half of the first inning for the Howland Lady Tigers is the junior shortstop number 4, Alyssa Masucci.
First pitch, cut on and swinging for Such, and it's 0-1 the count. Fitch donning their navy blue away jerseys with the pinstripe bottoms. Tigers in the black bottoms with the orange tops. Nice look for the home unis for the Tigers. That one popped towards the first base side, trying to make a play on it. Toth tried to get leather on it, but it drops in front of her.
All right, that'll go as
Count
no play.
goes to 0-2.
On the run. Would have been nice if you could have caught it,
Count 0-2. Watts striking out 19 for her second consecutive opening day against the Tigers in yesterday's contest. Alyssa Masucci tries to line it up the center, but from one shortstop to another, Ayla Ray gets it on a line for out number 1.
As you are probably aware, Falcon fans, Sydney Watts, for the second consecutive opening day game.
One down now, and Zoe King is up to bat. Zoe King, couple of hits against Sydney Watts yesterday, as you got to feel like every one of her teammates asked her what was the book. First pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1 to King. Watts gets the call, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Falcons trying to get a quick 1-2-3 inning following a 9-run top half of the first. The 0-2. That one, nice liner by King, but running in to make the nice grab is Kylie Folkwine from center field. Nice defensive play on the run, retires Zoe King. There's 2 away here in the top half, or bottom half of the first inning. Zoe King, though, puts another nice swing on it, makes some pretty solid contact, but Kylie Folkwine can clear some distance. A super athlete and only a freshman here for Fitch. As Brooke Tater tries to hit it, but nothing gets past the glove of Ayla Ray out at the 6th hole. A shortstop gloves down, another liner for out number 2. Falcons defense shows off in the bottom half of the first inning as the Tigers go 1-2-3 offensively. It's Fitch 9, Howland nothing after 1. We'll be back in the second.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, and someone who works for your community like you're part of our family, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Mill Creek Metro Parks is your park for all seasons. Make a memory in the park. Plan your visit today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
We, of course, thank sponsors such as Mill Creek Metro Parks that make games like this possible to be streamed free to all of your homes. And, of course, if you want to be one of these sponsors, join the rolling ads that you see or one of the commercials, you can find a package that best fits you and your company over at ysnlive.com/advertise. Once again, ysnlive.com/advertise to find the package that best fits you and your company as far as sponsorship is concerned. We're back here. Top half of the second inning. Lexi Spangler, the new pitcher, in for the Tigers. Straight swap. Spangler in. Tater moves to third. Kylie Folkwine leads things off for the Falcons here in the inning. Folkwine, an RBI triple her first time up, bringing home her first RBI of her varsity softball career. The 1-0 from Spangler. And look at that rocket out. Once again, Kylie Folkwine leaves the yard. It's gone out in center field. And get ready for a mob scene. She lined up the last one. She just needed a few more feet. She added it in this one. Home run Kylie Folkwine, and she's getting a lot of first out of the way this season.
The third hit, second run batted in, and first career home run for freshman center fielder Kylie Folkwine.
First home run of the Falcons season coming from the freshman. And another one of those players that everyone talking about before the season started that you're going to have to watch out for her, as she could definitely be something special in this contest. And right out of the gate, home run for Folkwine. It's 10-0 Fitch.
Now the first baseman, number 10, Abby Toth.
Abby Toth now steps into the box, getting her first look against Lexi Spangler in today's contest. Had one at-bat against her in yesterday's game. First pitch, a ball, 1-0. Falcons doing a lot of damage with one out in the previous inning. Part of that 9-run top half of the first. Pitch is cut on, it's foul. 1-1 now the count. Toth on the cut, tips it into the glove of Campbell, and the count now in favor of Spangler, 1-2. Tigers just looking for some quick outs. They want to keep their offense out on the field as often as possible. Liner over to short. Alyssa Masucci gloves, fields, throws it on the money for out number 1. Nice toss by Masucci on the grounder. And there's one away in the top half of the second. Tina Montgomery, 8-hole hitter.
23, Tina Montgomery.
Up to bat now as Montgomery getting her first hit of the season in her previous at-bat. Takes a first pitch strike from Spangler, 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Montgomery tries to cut it out towards the opposite field, out and right, making the catch nicely that time, Callie Vardavis. And there's 2 away now in the top of the second. So Spangler, after giving up the leadoff home run to Folkwine, has settled in nicely for quick back-to-back outs. And that's the one thing with Spangler. When she is rolling, she is tough to get a hold of. When she's locating her spots, you saw it yesterday, went through the top 3 of the Falcon order in 4 pitches, and that's the nature of her pitching game. When she's locating it on the corners, forcing you, enticing you to swing at it, but it's coming up weak contact. That's where Spangler's at her best. 0-1 the count to Maddie Butis. Butis tries to line it over. Nice glove work by Alyssa Masucci, getting a read on it, going airborne to get out number 3. After the leadoff home run from Kylie Folkwine, the Falcons go in order. Fitch 10, Tigers 0. Go into the bottom half of the second. Tigers looking for some offense, and we'll be back with that bottom half of the inning after this.
Reliability. Innovation. Scale. These 3 values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
How lucky are we to have not one, but 2 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means taking care of our local customers.
Realizing, number one, that we're here for them.
To do anything that would convenience the customer.
And every day I'll go the extra mile so they can trust us.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Bottom of the second inning. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com. Welcome back in, everybody, to this contest between the Austintown Fitch Falcons and the Howland Tigers. As Fitch up 10-0. It's the Tigers' half of the inning, bottom of the second. And leading things off is Lexi Spangler. Takes a first pitch ball offered in by Sydney Watts. Falcons scoring 9 runs in the top half of the first, scoring an additional run off of a Kylie Folkwine solo homer in the top half of the second. Foul tipped back, the count evens. A lot of those runs coming with just 1 out in the top half of the first for Fitch. Sydney Watts bringing home a few of those RBIs herself with a pair of doubles in the first inning. Pitch from Watts goes up the ladder, but too much. And the count back in favor of Spangler. In a case like this where you're in Howland's position, you just want as many base runners as you can. Load the bags and try to poke it through the infield holes, find some outfield grass. 2-1. Ball down low, 3-1. Tigers taking a patient approach against Watts this go-around. Hitters count for Spangler. Watts toes the rubber. The 3-1. Tipped back, and the count runs full.
Steve, this stand, I always have this problem with the screw here. Okay. This comes loose. I don't know if
Spangler looking to get a leadoff runner aboard. Looking to retire the leadoff batter is Watts. Count is full. And the Falcons looking for another quick inning and getting a strikeout in that exchange. Sydney Watts blows the heat by Spangler for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting fifth for the Howland Tigers is senior catcher
Kayla Campbell,
Kayla Campbell.
senior catcher for the Tigers, gets her first looks and first hacks at Watts today. Takes for a ball, 1-0. And 1-0 offering, swing and a miss. As Watts effectively been able to blow that fastball by. The 1-1. And inside edge that time. Backed her up a little bit, but got the corner for strike two. Ahead in the count is Watts. The 1-2. Nice swing by Campbell, looking to run it down. Look at Kylie Folkwine. Are you kidding me? The center fielder goes to the ground and saves it from dropping in. Call it Kylie Folkwine Day here at the ballpark. A triple, a home run, couple of fine defensive plays in center field. An ultimate utility player that you could plug in anywhere and get production from defensively. Anything with the bat has been considered a cherry on top. Well, she's the whole Sunday right now as far as today's concerned. Batting and fielding. What a day for the freshman. Foul tipped back. The count now runs to 0-2 on Sydney Van Ness. Shaking off a couple of pitches, getting on the same page is Watts with Hogan. Deals, swing, and a miss. Pair of strikeouts in the bottom of the second. Tigers go in order. Falcons remain ahead 10-0. We're going to the third.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Welcome back, everybody. Top half of the third inning. Falcon top of the order to lead things off. And Ayla Ray with her third plate appearance. She's reached both times, both on a hit and a walk. Takes a first pitch ball, 1-0 from Spangler. Both those at bats, though, coming against Brooke Tater, so her first look against Spangler today. Evening the count, 1-1 the call now as Ray takes the strike. Tigers and Falcons also doing battle over on the baseball diamond. Tigers the acting home team in that contest as well. It's a ball 2-1. Looking over at the score, it looks to be 2-1 Tigers right now as the first inning in that contest. You could also find that game on ysnlive.com/team/Howland or our live game list, ysnlive.com/live. Nice swing by Ayla Ray, but flagging it down, Zoe King out in center field makes a good play for out number 1. Ray retired on the fly out, brings up Caitlin Mitchell.
Now in the box, second baseman number 4, Caitlin Mitchell. Having a really fun time with
Mitchell able to lay down a beautiful bunt single in her first at-bat. Swings and misses the first pitch strike, 0-1.
well, the difference a day makes. Brooke Gator, 1 inning pitch, 7 hits, 9 runs, 7
As
earned, 3 walks, and no
0-1 the count.
Did not expect that.
Mitchell grounds to Masucci. The shortstop, Gloves Fields, makes the out. Playing shortstop so well defensively does Masucci. She makes those routine plays look, well, routine. 2 outs now for the Tigers. Looking to send the Falcons down in order for the first time today. As Sydney Watts, an extra base hit machine. She's got a couple of doubles. 2 for 2 on the day, also adding 4 RBIs to her performance. Count 1-0 on Watts. Watts takes, it's a ball, 2-0. Spangler's 2-0 offering. Gets the called strike. 2-1. Two-one now to Sydney Watts. Watts, nice cut on. She's going to look for the gap. She lines it into left, but nice cutoff that time by Van Ness to hold it to a single, but Watts has been aboard all 3 times by way of hitting. Looks like they released the Doves after that inversion, too. Samantha Hines takes over as the pinch runner over at first. McKenna Hogan up for her third look. Pitch ball. Hogan getting aboard both times today as well. RBI double as well as a walk. The 1-0 offering as Hogan tries to ride it down the line. Cut on it a little bit too much as pulling it foul for the 1-1 count.
Her batting coach has really been, her hitting coach has been teaching her that.
And it makes a clutch.
Pulls that one to third, able to glove and field is Brooke Tater to throw her out across the diamond, out number 3. Falcons get one aboard with the Sydney Watts single, but can't do anything with it. The score remains 10-0 in favor of Fitch. We go to the Tigers' half of the inning after this.
HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Commercial or residential, 24/7. Call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the third inning. It's the bottom third of the order for the Tigers. Chloe Lopez, Callie Vardavas, and Jade Fizzette due up for Howland. Sydney Watts has gone through 2 innings of work, striking out 3, not allowing a hit yet in this contest, and thanks in part to some fine defensive plays, both in the infield as well as center fielder Kylie Folkwine making a couple of great efforts out in center. A first pitch ball to Chloe Lopez. It's 1-0. Lopez, they say, offered at it as the home plate umpire. The count goes to 1-1. Nice crowd on hand today. Once again, Falcon faithful lining up along the fence as well as utilizing the outfield bleachers with the construction being done to the home portion of the football stadium's stands. Count 2-1 on Lopez. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count. And taking all the way, it goes up high for a ball count, runs full for Lopez. Temperature a few ticks higher than it was yesterday, and the sun has been consistently shining on the field throughout this ball game. That one runs low. It's a ball. Running the count full and getting a base runner aboard for the Tigers is Chloe Lopez with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third, and that brings up Callie Vardavas, who in her only plate appearance against Watts yesterday drew a walk.
Number 7, Callie Vardavas.
Vardavas takes a first pitch strike 0-1. One offering, it's in there as well. 0-2 the count. As Watts, after walking the first batter. Time being called. Steve Hogan's suggestion: get some Velcro shoes on them, and I mean I might have to agree too. 0-2. Not too many batters have given her trouble. It's mostly those darn laces that she's been battling with. 1-2 the count. Tigers trying to get something cooking. Runner at first is Chloe Lopez. Callie Vardavas down to the count 1-2. The offering from Watts. Swing and a miss. Watts gets her 4th strikeout on the day, and it's 1 away for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third. Jade Fizzette.
Now batting ninth for Howland is the senior second baseman, number 22, Jade Fizzette.
Fizzette looking to turn it over to the top as Alyssa Masucci in the on-deck circle. laying down the bunt. Fizzette, as nice play by Sydney Watts, able to make the glove and field. Caitlin Mitchell covering the bag at first. They get the lead runner. Runner in scoring position now is Lopez, but there's 2 down in the bottom of the third.
Sacrifice bunt by Jade Fizzette. Play goes 1-4. Sydney Watts to Caitlin Mitchell covering at first. Again, 1-4 on the score.
Alyssa Masucci, second look on the day, lined out to Ayla Ray, her first time up. Tries to go opposite field, flagging it down. Butis gets underneath it for out number 3. As a leadoff walk gets to second, but goes no further as retired. In order after that, Sydney Watts and the Falcons get out of the third. We go to the top half of the fourth. Falcons still leading by a bunch. We'll be back after this.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we are making tax season all about one thing: you. I'm Tracy, and I can make your car buying experience as simple as finding a vehicle you love, getting you approved for financing that works for you, and giving you the customer service you deserve. Purchasing a vehicle doesn't have to be difficult. Find out how easy it can be this tax season at the only dealership that goes the extra mile for you, Greenwood Chevrolet.
Fall is in the air. The kids are back to school, crowds are cheering for the home team, and Myers Family Insurance is prepped for another crazy Medicare season. Every year there's changes, some big, some small, so it's important to have a conversation to make sure your plan is going to meet your expectations for the coming year. Give our team a call today to schedule your annual review.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance or visit us on the web. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com.
Top of the fourth inning, Falcons bats coming up. It's Sam Severn, Kylie Folkwine, and Abby Toth due up for Fitch. Lexi Spangler back in the circle. Falcons, after a 9-run first, added just the 1 run off of the Kylie Folkwine solo shot in the second. And it's been 10-0 since that point. Both teams drawing even 0-0 in the third. Looking to put another 0 on the board. Tigers, as with the mercy rule in effect, 10 runs after 5 innings. Tigers running out of innings to get some offensive production. You need at least a run or 2 you're hoping for. Try to make life a little bit easier and extend it. At least get yourself to the 7th. Give yourself a lot better chance to get back in this game. The 2-0 offering to Severn, and that one runs low as well. 3-0 the count. The dangerous bat of Kylie Folkwine today is on the on-deck circle. Triple and a home run in her 2 at-bats. 3 hits in 2 days. Shows bunt. Severn pulls it back. It's called a strike anyway, 3-1. Checking the wrist, getting the call is Spangler, the 3-1. Fouling back, Severn. Tipped it to the backstop. The count runs full. Falcon dugout, yeah. Barking. It's the doghouse now.
Yeah, got the dog pound flowing.
Payoff pitch. And we'll do it again as it's fouled back by Severn. Once again, the payoff. Looking to go outside of the plate, and it's a good at-bat for Severn. She works the walk. Gets a runner aboard for Kylie Folkwine.
Now coming up, center fielder number 13, Kylie Folkwine.
Folkwine, 2 for 2 on the day, takes a first pitch ball. Putting on a show both offensively and defensively today. Manning center field and doing a great job at it. The 1-0 from Spangler. Low it goes, and out of the glove of Campbell, heads up base running once again by the Falcons, this time by Sammy Severn, getting herself to second, and a runner in scoring position for Folkwine.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm certain. When those things pop in and you can't block them, that's one thing. But that was a
Head in the count is Folkwine. Up in the box as well, batting takes all the way. It's a ball once again, 3-0. The pitch, and that one outside as well. Folkwine works the walk. Back-to-back walks has runners at first and second now for Fitch.
Does Haney like to be called Madison or not?
Looks to Madison Haney. Gonna get some cuts now. Getting subbed in for Abby Toth.
Now coming to the plate for her first plate appearance this afternoon for Abby Toth, number 33, sophomore Madison Haney.
First pitch to Haney. That one skips into the turf. Both runners advance on the pitch.
That will go as a wild pitch.
Now a couple in scoring position for Haney, and she's ahead in the count, 1-0.
Come on.
The 1-0 to Haney. Haney chops it. Tough play for Masucci. She's going to be able to throw out Haney, but Haney brings home one run as advancing from third is Severn. Going to third is Folkwine. Falcons get another run on the board.
Now batting, third baseman number 23.
With one away, Tina Montgomery can look to bring home another run for Fitch, now leading 11 to zip. Montgomery chops it. Pulled it a little too much. Down the third base line, it's 0-1. Montgomery, her hit earlier. Montgomery hits it to Masucci. Masucci going to take the out at first, and they called her out. Very close play, but Masucci, cannon of an arm, able to beat her out by a half a step. Trade the run for the out. Fitch up 12. But now there's two down. Now putting the pressure really on the Tigers, where before the task was get at least a run in the next 2 innings. Now it's a case of needing 3 in the next 2 innings, provided that the Falcons don't add on to their advantage. Maddie Butis up to bat. She takes low for a ball, 1-0. Good productive at-bats by both Madison Haney as well as Tina Montgomery, using productive outs to bring home additional runs for Fitch. The 1-0. Butis takes for a strike, 1-1.
First at bat on that bunch. She does not get a sacrifice on that. Hader gets an assist, but Fizette gets an error for dropping the ball.
Butis, 370 hitter in her junior season. In the 27 at-bats, 10 hits throughout the course of the campaign. 2-1 the count on her. The 2-1. Butis takes all the way. 2's across the scoreboard. 2-2 count, 2 down. as that runs outside once again. Count goes full, 3-2. The payoff. Lined by Butis, and she gets the base hit out and left. Nice job by Butis getting underneath it, soaring it over. The shortstop's Ed Masucci, and continues the inning, turns it over to the top of the order in Ayla Ray. Ray is 1 for 2 on the day. Hit a walk and a fly out. The 0-0. Getting it up in the zone for a strike. 0-1 to start. Oh, 1 offering. Oh, what a crush by Ayla Ray. Windshield alert. It's gone. 2-run blast by Ayla Ray. Take a trip around the bases. The mob scene for Ayla Ray. What a hit by the junior. Put a charge into it. It's 14-zip Fitch. What a swing by Ayla Ray. Pulling that one into right center field. The way she hit it, thought she was lined up for the scoreboard shot almost. Windshield alert, most definitely. As up to bat. Due up is Caitlin Mitchell, but we're going to have a substitution, it looks like. It's for the Falcons. It's one of the freshmen, Lily Stevens. A lot of these freshmen, too, going to be due up to play in the JV game. They have to finish it up, too. Daylight became the issue yesterday. Not even the weather was more or less Mother Nature in a different way. Oh, and 1 the count on Stevens. She takes it. It's a ball up high. 1-1. The 1-1 to Stevens. It's a ball up high, 2-1 now. Getting the call from Waite. Coach Waite in the first base dugout deals. Trouble finding the zone. The count now goes to 3-1 on Lily Stevens. The 3-1. Stevens hits it to short. Masucci gloves fields, makes the throw once again for out number 3. Top of the 4th inning, Falcons go big fly with Ayla Ray hitting a bomb, adding 2 runs as well as 2 more added by the Falcon offense. It's 14-zip Fitch heading to the bottom half of the 4th inning.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, we are making tax season all about one thing, you. I'm Tracy, and I can make your car buying experience as simple as finding a vehicle you love, getting you approved for financing that works for you, and giving you the customer service you deserve. Purchasing a vehicle doesn't have to be difficult. Find out how easy it can be this tax season at the only dealership that goes the extra mile for you, Greenwood Chevrolet.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the fourth inning. Falcons up big. Couple of substitutions. Came in pinch hitting wise, but defensively stays the same around the infield and outfield. Zoe King leads things off for the Howland Tigers here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, taking for a strike 0-1. Watts has struck out 4 in her 3 innings of work so far today. Looks for the chase. They say no offer on the first base side. Checking the swing, 1-1. The 1-1 from Watts. And holding up is King. Nicely done once again to get herself back ahead in the count, now 2-1. The 2-1. Hit right back to Watts. Watts able to get a handle on it and throw out King at first for out number 1 here in the inning. Another nice defensive play by Sid, her second of the game. Brings up the mashed tater, Brooke Tater.
Third baseman, number 16, Brooke Tater.
As the right-handed bat steps in, awaits the 0-0. Cut goes back to the fence and clangs off some chain link, 0-1. As Tater looks for the hole, Ayla Ray able to glove field and throw out with a strong, accurate throw from short for out number 2. Defense looking really crisp both in the infield and outfield for Fitch today. Come up with 2 big outs. And Lexi Spangler up to bat.
Pitcher number 9, Lexi Spangler.
The strikeouts obviously not at the same capacity that they were a day ago. You expected the Tiger bats to put the ball in play a little bit more. But it comes down to the Falcon defense that needs to be there to back up Watts when the teams are putting the ball in play, and they're doing a great job at it today. Ayla Ray at short, Kylie Folkwine in center, and Sid herself is helping herself out with some nice plays from the circle. Count 2-0 to Lexi Spangler. She gets ahead now with 2 down, bottom half of the fourth. Tigers desperately need runs. Love to get some before the bottom of the fifth. Otherwise, a lot of work to be done to avoid the mercy rule being put into effect. The 2-0. Taking all the way, it's a called strike on Spangler. Shaking off a couple pitches, checks the third base side. Watts is ready, the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Sydney Watts on the day. She's gone 4 innings of shutout softball. As we go to the top half of the 5th, Falcons still leading it 14-0.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens. On air, online, Wednesday afternoon weather update. Very dangerous. And on the 21 News social media platforms. I'm on the road right now. 21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Top half of the 5th inning, and it's the middle of the Falcon order due up. Sydney Watts leads things off, followed by McKenna Hogan and Sam Severn. Lexi Spangler stays in the circle for this top half of the 5th. First pitch to Watts. It's a ball low, 1-0. Watts has helped herself out with a plethora of RBI and extra base hits today. She lines that one, but what a play. Alyssa Masucci on a line right to the leather, and that's out number 1.
Line drive vacuum cleaner for Howland.
Such. Huge bright spot in that Howland defense today. Alyssa Masucci, she has made play after play that has gone her way. Not much crosses that shortstop in the 6th hole. Talking about Alyssa Masucci and her defense. McKenna Hogan takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Take it for a ball, 1-1. Spangler, 1-1 offering. Hogan tries to go the other way with it again, and she's going to drop it in. It goes all the way to the fence. Hogan turns and burns. She's going for 3, looking to make the extra throw, not going to get it in time. McKenna Hogan gets there with a triple. First career triple, says Steve Hogan, and congratulations to Kenna. She's got a double and a triple, also extra base hit machine today from that cleanup hole. Morgan Roby, the pinch runner for Hogan now at 3rd. As up to bat, it's Rachel Spaulding.
Once again, Morgan Roby will be the courtesy pinch runner at 3rd base for McKenna Hogan. That is her first career 3-bagger.
Rachel Spaulding having a great sophomore season as far as basketball was concerned, too.
Sophomore Rachel Spaulding.
Spaulding's obviously a very athletic family. Super athlete is Rachel Spaulding as well. Multiple sports. Continuing to vastly improve. First pitch, it's a ball to Spaulding, 1-0. low for a ball, 2-0. Kylie Folkwine would be due up should Spalding reach. Spalding batting for Sam Severn. Severn, the designated player. And Spalding, the flex. 2-1 the count as the green light was on for Spalding. Tipped it into the glove of Camel. The 2-1. Swing and a miss up the ladder. The count evens 2-2 now. Talking about Spalding, the Spalding name also pretty synonymous with Austintown Fitch. Lydia Spalding, graduate of the Falcons, now over at Penn State University. And that one lined up, but the second baseman that time for the Tigers able to flag it down, and Jade Fazette. There's 2 down now here in the top half of the 5th. Kylie Folkwine up to bat, looking to continue her fantastic day at the plate.
Now center fielder number 13, Kylie Folkwine.
Folkwine's been aboard all 3 times. She goes swinging at the first pitch, but fouls it back. The count 0-1. Spanglers, 0-1 offering now to Folkwine. Folkwine takes up high, 1-1 now. And that goes up high as well as Spangler looking to get back into the count. Fitch with the off day tomorrow, but the Aurora Green Men are set to make an appearance here in Austintown on Thursday. That's March 30th. Slated for a 5 p.m. first pitch start. As the pitch gets away from Camel, and coming in to score is Morgan Roby. And the lead now up to 15, and the count 3-1. The Tigers also out of action for tomorrow's game, but they're back in action on Thursday as well. They're going to play their first actual home matchup. They're slated to play their first actual home matchup in that one against the Crestwood Red Devils, as the walk to Folkwine gets her to first. Crestwood Red Devils out of Manaway, Ohio. Of course, people more down this way inclined to call it Mantua, but Manaway, Ohio. Crestwood Red Devils and Howland Tigers softball set to square off on Thursday, March 30th as well. Runners at first, lined, just foul that time, and almost kept it inside was Abby Toth for the hit, but it's 0-1 the count with a runner at first. Falcons tagged on an additional run in the top half of the 5th so far, as Morgan Roby came home on the wild pitch. The 0-1. And tried to line it the other way. It came back into play on the first base side. And tagging the bag for the out was Lopez. And that'll retire the Falcons half of the inning. We go to the Tigers' last chance to get back into this one, as the bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Falcons up by 15.
I've been in a lot of different departments. I love the customers. I'm like the mother hen, gotta take care of everybody, and that includes customers and employees. I try to make people feel comfortable when they come in, because We are busy, but I try to welcome them and do whatever I can to expedite the customer I have in front of me to take care of the next one. My name's Chrissy Lilly. I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Let's face it, buying a home is one of the toughest things you'll ever do. At Forever Homes, we are licensed realtors that specialize in representing our clients in the purchase and sale of single-family residences and income property in Columbiana County. We truly love this area. We were born in this area, and we pride ourselves on the knowledge of transactions, school districts, neighborhoods, and related services. So the next time you need to buy or sell your home, make it Forever. Forever Homes Realty.
You can see these players, get to know these names, get to know these coaches at a more personal level than truly you ever did before. And I think YSN has been a big influential factor in bringing us that level of personal connection that we haven't seen any other company truly be able to do. If my legacy goes down as being the voice of the Austintown Fitch Falcons, I can hang my hat on that and be proud of it at the end of the day. My name is Ty Bartel, and my sports network is your sports network. Welcome back, everybody, as the Falcons looking to close things out. Sydney Watts back in the circle for Fitch in a 15-0 lead for Austintown, looking to go 2-0 not only in the regular season but also in conference play to start the campaign. The 0-1. That one fouled away as well. The count moves to 0-2. Kayla Campbell, Sydney Van Ness, Chloe Lopez. The three due up for the Tigers in this half of the inning. Thoughts? As that one fouled back. Count stays 0-2. Waiting for a ball to come back into the field of play. There we go. Emerging from the third base dugout. Kayla Campbell, count 0-2 on her, looking to stay alive, fight something off. Watts is ready, the 0-2. Line over to first. Nice play by Toth. She's going to step on the bag after gloving it for out number 1. Sydney Van Ness. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. There's Van Ness looking to turn the tides, get some success against Watts. The 0-1. Swing and a tip. 0-2. As the 0-2 pitch way to the backstop. That was a rise ball that kept on rising. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Brought that one down a little bit. Got the strikeout. 2 down. Six strikeouts now for Sydney Watts on the day, and 1 out away from a victory.
Number 27, Chloe Lopez.
Tigers just 1 base runner on the day. Coming on a walk by Chloe Lopez. The 0-1. It's a ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Tried to stand her up with a called strike. It goes a little too far inside. 2-1. The 2-1 offering from Watts. That one line third base side but goes foul. And the Tigers are now down to their final strike. Two offering now from Watts. Leaving it up high. The count runs full. Looking to keep the Tigers alive. Watts looking to go 2-0 with the Falcons. The payoff to Lopez. Taking all the way, and Chloe Lopez draws her second walk of the day against Sydney Watts. Both base runners on the day for the Tigers coming by way of the Tiger first baseman Lopez. Zoe Tomko, first at bat now against Watts today. The 0-0 to Tomko. Taking for a first pitch strike. The throw by Hogan goes into right and able to advance on the missed throw is Lopez, now into scoring position for Howland. Swing and a miss.
I know, yes. That's exactly right. Because what happens
As 0-2 now the count on Tomko.
Your daughter actually gets an assist on that play.
As the 0-2. Taking all the way, 1-2. Error charge to Toth on the advancement for Lopez. Count 1-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Falcons 15-zip. Inside, back-to-back balls and 2s across the scoreboard. Runner at second for the Tigers, looking to bring them home. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Sydney Watts strikes out 7 in a no-hitter performance through 5 innings of work, defeating the Howland Tigers 15-0. And the Tigers go to 0-2 while the Falcons are 2-0 on the young season. Both these teams are in action again on Thursday as the Tigers will have a home matchup with the Crestwood Red Devils. Falcons will be right back here in Austintown hosting in the Aurora Greenmen. So a couple of Portage County teams making the trek, both the Trumbull and Mahoning County, to take on a couple of AAC opponents. As great performances today by so many young players, so many new faces. Ayla Ray, Kylie Folkwine providing some pop with the bats and getting their first home runs of the season. And a great performance from Sydney Watts. 19 strikeouts yesterday, 7 strikeouts today, but a no-hitter performance through 5 innings of work. And the Falcons are 2-0 on the campaign. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of YSN Live Softball. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, who were able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance today. To our GM, Steve Leslie, who with his work with Bobstein Park Baseball, YSU Football, and YSNLive.com, the many hats that Mr. Leslie wears, and we thank him for each and every single one of them. And most importantly, to all of you who tuned in and helped support these kids, schools, and communities. You guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about, and so we thank you. If you were tuning in from the Warren Howland community supporting your Tigers, we'd like to thank you for your continued and constant support of not only Howland Tiger Athletics, but also YSNLive.com. Or if you were right here in Austintown supporting your Falcons, we'd like to thank you for your continued and constant support of not only Austintown Fitch Athletics, but also YSNLive.com, or wherever you may be in the sport of high school softball. This is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good day, everybody.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.